Hello, my name is Heath Stolee, Nutty Farmer Chestnuts, and we're standing here on my crepe wetland site today. I guess water quality has been a big topic in the state of Iowa for a long time, and I saw an opportunity on my farm to take out some of the less productive acres and put this crepe site in. The watershed here, where the crepe wetland that drains into here, is 1,900 acres. So we captured a lot of water that runs through here anyway. We'd get some flooding and some crop damage. So we saw the opportunity to go ahead and make a crepe site and do some good for water quality and make an excellent place for wildlife habitat. You get started and you contact idols and you go through a process, and they do all the engineering and see if the site specifics are going to work, the topography of the land. It takes a little bit of while. You got to have a little bit of patience. There's a lot of things in the background that are happening that idols are doing. Then once you sit down and have the meeting and they show you kind of what it's going to look like, it's a good process. It was very easy. We all got to do our part. With the nutrient reduction strategy, it's going to take thousands of these crepe wetlands across the state of Iowa to get to that goal. So if you have a spot, it's wet, or you have a small stream coming in, you have watershed tile lines coming in, contact idols. They'll tell you whether it's going to work or not, and they'll work with you. But we got to have more of these on the landscape that are just super efficient at reducing nitrogen from the water and phosphorus and other things that come from our tile lines. We're putting it on. We need to do more to take it back out, and they're great. They're great pieces on the landscape for habitat. Ducks, trumpeter swans, insects, frogs. They're just swarming with wildlife. In the background here, you obviously see the crepe wetland site, and here's one of the tiles that comes out of my field. This drains probably 50-60 acres up here, so it comes right in. This tile was dumped in the creek over there a ways, so then they rerouted this tile and built it up. Part of the crepe wetland sites is you cannot inundate any water in the tile lines, so they engineer everything. They raise the tile lines up, they redo them so it doesn't affect water flow out of your tiles, but you're just capturing it and slowing it down so that the bacteria in the wetland has time to take those nitrates out of the water before it goes downstream. I worked with U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services, Derek Wiseman flew, and through their partners program, and got a wetland seed mixture. So seeded around the whole edge of the wetland to try and make better emergent vegetation and food sources for the waterfowl and pheasants. You can see here that there's some water plantain coming, there's some duck potato coming, we got manna grass and slough grass coming in here, so it's really going to make a nice lush emergent vegetation around this wetland, which will also help take up some of those nutrients out of the water. If anybody's interested, they can feel free to contact me if they have questions. I'm always more than willing to talk about it, talk with landowners. This site's great. It's a win-win for everybody.